Hi, today we're going to go over setting up a new project inside of Windows Movie Maker. Some of you may have played with the software before. It's included with Windows XP for Home and Professional Edition, along with all the versions of Windows Vista. Couple quick things to orient you to inside of the software. This is your project area where you can see everything that's been added, your timeline views, storyboards for adding parts into the project. This is your preview window. You can preview the clip before you get ready to export it and while you're doing any editing. Slide bar. These controls work just like they do in Windows Media Player. We can also change the view inside of the project as we're working with it between the storyboard view like this. We can also add narration, and we can change the audio properties of the clip itself. Before you can do anything with it, you have to bring in media to do something with. You can record directly from a digital video camera. You can import video out of a saved folder on your PC. You can import pictures out of a saved folder on your PC. Or you can import audio tracks. Now, there are only certain formats that you can bring in. Some you may be familiar with, some not. Items that can be imported for video: MPEG-2, MPEGs, Windows Media files. These are all pretty common anymore. For audio files, most of us are familiar with MP2s, MP3s, WAV files, WMA files. Most everything that gets downloaded now is in one of those. And pictures. If you're dealing with digital pictures, you know what a JPEG is, you know what a bitmap is. Some cameras do it as a TIFF format or in a Windows Media format. Let's go ahead and bring in some video clips now. If we place our cursor over inside the dialog box, we get a brief description of what the clip is, how big the file is, and how long it is. Let's go ahead and import this sample here. Once we've imported it, we can see it's inside of our project area. And we can also go ahead and bring in some audio files. And again, when you place your cursor over it, it'll give you a brief description of the file for how big it is, how long it is. Let's go ahead and grab a small one for right now. And let's bring in one more just for good measure. Now that we have items added into our project, we can begin to add them into our storyboard. You can see the storyboard view on the bottom here. As items get added, the storyboard will progress itself. Let's go ahead and drag a video clip down. Once we drag and drop it, we can see it's already been added to the board item, and you'll see little sub boxes in between the little movie clip pictures. Those are for adding transitions and effects, as well as for turnaround and placing title menus and end credits. Now if we switch to a timeline view, we can see a breakdown of the video clip by the entire duration for how it runs. So we're seeing a second by second play. We can expand it out to see the audio that's included with the video clip. We can zoom in on it so we get a little bit tighter feel here. Now inside of this timeline view, we can drag in additional audio to overlay for what's going on, and we can do our editing. These are items that we'll touch on in another tutorial. Let's go ahead and remove this out. Anything can be right clicked to do basic functions once it's been placed in. And once we are setting clips in, we can preview them inside the preview window here, and the controls work just like it does inside a Windows Media Player. We can also drag and drop items in on the fly, and we can zoom through to fast forward or rewind to a specific time frame by using the slide bar. And you'll see when I move the slide bar there, it also moved the slide bar on the time frame. The same thing also happens if I make additions or subtractions or move the bar around inside of the timeline. So everything's interconnected. Go in, play around a little bit. get used to playing with some of the controls before you get in and really start editing on anything. But as always, make sure that you're having fun. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to catch me in chat at any time. I'm usually on in the evenings, and I hope you have a great day.